Alright, here we go. Round 25, I think. I don't know. I've been killed so many times. Thank you, dog, for saving me. Oh, that dog is such a lifesaver. Here we go. Let's get him. Come on, come on. Oh, man, I hope I make it to the boss. Somebody what you do? Welcome back, everybody. I got an exciting game called Remnant 2, and boy, it will take all of your time away. Trust me. Forget about going to work. Forget about eating food. Forget about all of your daily obligations. Pick up this game and you'll see what I mean. So this game came out recently on the Steam platform called Remnant 2. And it's like, the best way I can describe it is Gears of War mixed with Diablo. And wow, it's so cool. So the reason why I say it's like Gears of War, it's just because of how you control your person. When you zoom in on your weapon, it peeks right over their shoulder. You can still see him, and when you dodge things, when you push the spacebar, you do like this dodge roll type of thing. It's just like Gears of War. When I say it's like Diablo, I mean it's like that because of the characters in this game. You can level up your character. There's items that you pick up. Like, you level up and you progress throughout this game. You get armor, you get new weapons. You don't get like swords, well, you do get swords, but it's mostly like guns and things like that. And you get certain abilities that you can put on your weapons that will give you an extra edge in this game. You know, before we get into this, I just want to take my hat off to the developers of this game. The graphics are just amazing, the storyline is captivating, everything about this game is just so thrilling. It is absolutely a fantastic game, so thank you guys for creating this. Thank you for taking my life away, basically. I would not have it any other way, so thank you guys so much. And one other thing before we get any further into this is thank you guys so much. I mean, take a look at how many subscribers we have. We are just at 12,000, so thank you guys so much. We have a great audience, good comments, good likes. Thank you guys so much. And for those of you who have not subscribed already, take a moment, hit that like, hit that subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. And guess what? When you do that, you get the most up-to-date content whenever we post it. And right now, I'm doing a lot of live streaming, playing this game and a few others, so you'll get those notifications when I come online. You can watch this real time. So let's get back into this. Now, if you're just starting this game, I want to say don't waste your money and time buying all those little health items that lady in the ward has to offer. Okay, when you die, you just go back to the checkpoint and you automatically get a couple what are those called, dragon stones or heart stones or something like that. Those little red things in the corner you see there. So don't waste your money on buying those. Instead, waste your money on upgrading a gun. I mean, you're gonna need it. So right here, what you're looking at is I found a little nook right there that it actually came into an advantage. So first time players, look for that little nook. It's in the corner of the map when you're first starting out. And you can actually hide in there and shoot some of these guys if you're, you know, not too experienced. You're like I am. I'm that guy with the dog as a companion. But you can pick a few. You can pick a warrior, you can pick a medic, you could, I believe those are the three options at the moment. I don't remember before, but this character right here is meant to be a companion type character. You're not supposed to go in and do full-fledged warrior attacks, you know, running in like Leroy Jenkins. What happens is you're supposed to shoot from a distance and let your dog go and attack. So keeping your distance is critical if you choose this character. You know, this may not be the ideal character for most. I mean, for me, I like necromancer type characters, I like companions, I like things like that. So for me, it was an obvious choice. I want to do this, but early on in the game, in campaign mode, you're all alone. So having that companion really helps out. And if you are a warrior, it's probably more beneficial later on in the game, or you know, if you just love the full-fledged attacks. As for the medic, it's great for when you're playing it online with other people. Now, when I talk about going online and playing with other people, you're gonna need to. So make sure that you have your online mode set to public. because the more people that join your game, the better off you're going to be. And not to mention, when you set your game to public, if somebody joins it, they don't control what you're doing or where you're at in the game. They actually just are there to help you. Now that's a great thing, having help and assistance. But if you're that person joining another person's game, there's a little bit of a downside to it, right? Like, I would have loved to have an option where you go to your checkpoints and then you can like vote to where you want to go and things like that. Because right now you're just along for the ride for whoever's game that you just entered. And that's fine and dandy, but if you're stuck on a part that's a little bit further ahead or a little bit behind, and this person you're working with is, more experienced, that would be great if they can help you progress through your part of the campaign, because after you're done playing with them, you're gonna go back to where you were, and you can't really progress. So, it's a trade-off. When playing with that other person, though, you can level up and you can collect items and all those things. So when you go back to your campaign, it saves it, and you can use all those items and all those things you collected to help you get past your part. But the bosses are where you actually need all the help you can get. And at the end of this video, I'll show you guys me fighting a boss. And I couldn't do it alone. I just couldn't. No matter how much I tried, I probably tried it like 30 times. You guys can check out my live stream and see me actually beat it, but I needed help from somebody who joined my game, luckily, and we beat it. It took a few tries, but we did get through it. And the whole point of me telling you guys this is so you can choose your character in the beginning wisely. It's going to be very important. You're going to be a team player. No matter how hard you try and play this game, unless you play it on easy, right? And if you guys know me, I don't play anything on easy. I like to do it on a harder mode. I like more of a challenge. I don't like to just beat things just to get through it quickly. I like to beat it and feel accomplished afterwards, and I hope most of my viewers do the same thing. We're hardcore gamers. We love this kind of stuff. Another thing I didn't like about this game is that when you join somebody else's game or they join yours, you can't communicate with them with your mic or through chat or anything like that. There's no options there. So that's kind of a bummer to not be able to talk to your teammates, but it's actually not so bad if you really think about it, because they're playing your campaign. They don't really need to be talking to you. They just need to follow you and help you get through your part of the game. So it's a little bit of a trade-off, and if you guys have a strategy or something, that would be hard to communicate. So ups and downs to that, but it would be nice overall to add that feature. So I don't know, maybe developers, if you do have a chance to listen to this, maybe add that feature in a later update or something, because that would be really cool. Right now you're probably thinking, oh, why are you talking to the developers? They're never going to see this. But actually you're wrong. I had a couple developers actually reach out and say thank you for reviewing their games and bringing an audience to them. So you know what? People are listening, people are watching, and I'm really considerate as to what I'm speaking about on these reviews. So there's a couple things to watch out for in this game, like these little mini boss characters. Early on in the game, there's a couple guys with chainsaws, a couple wizards that are huge, or like a giant like butcher type character. So keep an eye out for those guys. Try and keep your distance, because those guys, like 2-3 hits, you're dead. And make sure you use your abilities on them. I mean, don't waste them on the smaller guys. Save them up for these big guys, because it does take a while for your abilities to recharge on your weapons. So use them wisely. And then finally, when we get to the big boss here in a moment, you'll notice that your abilities don't really work too well against it. The key to beating the bigger bosses is persistence and running away and dodging and making sure you have enough health to get through them. Certain bosses do certain effects on you, like fire damage, poison, cursed abilities, things like that. So make sure that you have the proper health resources that can protect you from those things when going up against them. And one of the main giveaways for me is when I go up against a boss. If I don't get at least a quarter of the boss's health before I use my first health stone thing, that's a key giveaway that I am going to die, and I should basically give up and not waste my time, because that boss is just relentless. They're gonna keep coming at you, and when they get about halfway, they actually get a little bit more challenging, right? So the one you're about to see, when it gets about halfway, more orbs come out of it, and it just makes it even harder. So about halfway through each boss that I've noticed, it gets more challenging. So if you use those health packets early on, you don't even waste your time. You're not gonna make it. Just roll over and give up. So here we are, just about ready after I beat this guy to go into the boss area, where we will come face to face to a giant creature that lives under the ground. Really cool graphics again. This thing is just crazy to beat. And what I noticed on each boss as well is that they all have like multi-level platforms. So right now I'm kind of on this upper layer, but every time you go on the lower levels of the bosses, it's worse, right? So look at this, they got all these little minion characters down there. And by the way, if you have a dog companion, if he goes down there, he is just stuck down there. The dog is basically useless on this level because those are floating orbs. The dog cannot float, cannot really do any long distance damage. So your dog is just absolutely useless. Don't even count on him. The one thing where he will come in handy is if you get downed, he will come and save you one time. So for those of you picking this character again, the dog, he will save you once. He will not come back for a second time. He will just let you lay there and die. Even though you may have remaining health stones, that will just be it for you. So you're going to spend a lot of time running and dodging and shooting and running and dodging and shooting. And what's going to happen is you're going to run out of ammo. And on each boss level, there are drops that happen, ammo drops. So make sure that you pick those up because you're just going to burn through all of your ammo. Kind of shocked me when doing this, how quickly I ran out of ammo. Make sure you have a long gun, not a shotgun. The pistol does pretty well on those orbs if they're a little bit close. They do a lot of damage actually. I know I'm speaking about just one boss here, but there are so many bosses in this game. Like every time I get into a new map, maybe not every time, but there are so many bosses, and that is such a fun thing about this game. It's just how much content is in here and how much different experiences you can have within this game is just fantastic. So as my final review on this game, I would definitely give this 2 thumbs up for sure. I really enjoy it. I hope you guys have a chance to pick this up and give it some time because it is just absolutely fantastic. Alright guys, that's gonna be it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode of Team Yeet's YouTube channel.